players who can really shoot and score. The scoring is going to be up this year in the Big Ten.
Thanks to guys like that, Carsen Edwards from downtown.
But I also feel as if Purdue's had some success against this zone. One combo you like. Edwards, quick cover, and he hits.
In the second division in Spain.
6'8". Edwards launching, got it. That's a sweet touch from three.
Davis, very disappointing. Already, he was talking about football before the game started. It's a basketball game.
He hits it at the buzzer. That's going to count. A three-pointer.
Still a long way to go. One little tweak. Vincent Edwards is starting the second half on the court for Purdue. Did not start the game. The freshman Edwards from Vincent hits a three. Foul on Pemsel, his first. Edwards with the deep three, and it's good for Carsen Edwards.
Giving them easier opportunities to feed it down in the post.
Edwards launches again. He's got all 8 for Purdue. I believe he did, but who's counting? Edwards with the three. And Carsen Edwards, who was red hot to start the game, he's got 15. Swanigan posting up Murphy. This for the lead. The freshman gives Purdue its first lead today.
0 for 2 for Haas, and Edwards plucks the rebound.
That's the kind of plays you have to make, Jason.
Carsen Edwards drills the three.
You know, to much is given, much is expected, and I'd say that's exactly about him. I love his size.
2 in a row for the freshman Carsen Edwards.
Jack Owen.
There's Edwards, and the freshman hits. And here come the Boilers. Here's Carsen Edwards, good outside shooter. One, oh, it rims in. Swanigan the rebound, here comes Matthias. Now Carsen Edwards will try another one, and this one a little more conventional.
When he has the basketball, he's not blinding fast, but he's fast enough to get past his defender.
Coming off a career-high 24. There's Carsen Edwards, who answers on the other end. Thought about wearing to the arena, and I can't do that.
Can't push it.
Carsen Edwards, transition three.
Edwards kicks it out. Carsen Edwards, the freshman, no relation to Vince Edwards, knocks down the three for Purdue. Edwards again, a little bit too strong. P.J. Thompson the rebound. Edwards again, got it.
Freshman in the I-zone. First time, looks like he's been here for 10 years.
For Nebraska to maybe run potential double teams. If there's been a weak spot in Swanigan's game, it's been his ability to take care of the basketball. We're going to be able to continue that pace.
This time they go inside out, open look, Carsen Edwards. So they had missed their last 4, and he knocks it down and changes that. And then he falls. Purdue has a 5-on-4. And they take advantage. They can and they do. Carsen Edwards from deep. Mix things up, doing anything to try to break the slump. It's working so far. Right wing three and a silencer from Carsen Edwards. Again, denied. The crowd wanted to travel. Kick outside for Edwards, and he'll knock it down from 3.
And that's what they do so well.
From Thomas Bryant. He has scored their last 10. The kick out for Carsen Edwards and a 3.
Tell you one thing, he has stepped up big for them.
Pretty crafty defender as well, 10th in the Big Ten in steals, so active hands.
Extra pass from Matthias. Carsen Edwards answers with another triple. Spike Albrecht tries the lob down low. Good ball movement. And Edwards finishes it off. That was beautiful from Purdue.
Edwards coming off a 26-point outing at Indiana. Now you have Isaac Haas with a double-double, so you got everybody feeling good about themselves and where they're playing.
And Carsen Edwards, too. Haas, you can see him grimace on the way back down the other side. Edwards from the corner, and Purdue needed that bucket.
Edwards will try it again, hits the 3. Oh. Michigan's made 10 threes. Purdue, one of the best outside shooting teams in the country. They've made 2. Edwards makes it 3. Going out with a bang. Carsen Edwards heaves one up, it goes. He's just dangerous in that. Here come the Boilermakers. Edwards Edwards pulls up. The freshman's feeling it. Just dangerous enough.
Look at Zach Irvin. Zach Irvin has changed his game. He has become really, really good defensively. Wow!
Edwards for three.
Lead is just something they can't seem to break. Here comes Carsen Edwards, shooting from the top of the key, and he will pick up the basket and one. 4-54. 20-point deficit is what the Cougars face. Make that 23. 3 by 3.
Edwards, quick trigger three. P.J. Thompson against three defenders, and trailing Edwards for three.
Great push by P.J. Thompson.
Now a steal from Matthias. This for a new career high. Oh man, Carsen Edwards way outside the three-point line.
Hauser was telling his team, do not double team on the block.
Gonna let Hauser take arms. In the corner, Edwards. And Edwards hits a three on a great look.
There's Carsen. He doesn't need a lot of space. Boogie bombs.
You've got this scoring ability in Edwards, but it's important. All these guys are going to play big minutes.
Pull up from Carsen is good.
Want to get to that rim. Toss Edwards, three ball. There's your guy. What a start for Carsen Edwards.
On the glass on the offensive and defensive end.
Wide open. Love to see one fall, and finally it does. They set it up. Matthias found Vincent Edwards for an open three. Schofield with 4 fouls. Buried the three, and a big shot there from Carsen Edwards. Ayton has a beautiful touch. Top 20 matchup. Neither team wants to go home with an 0-3 record in the numbers. Carsen Edwards. He can be a tremendous scorer when he takes open shots. Edwards, heat shot from this side. Timeout, Arizona.
Carsen Edwards, right off the handoff, needs some self-confidence.
Great career in Westtown School, Pennsylvania. Edwards pulls it again. Edwards with top off the screen. There he is. Brings it back out. Edwards finds the basketball. He can't miss tonight. Here's Edwards, found an open look for three, and he hits it again. I mean, how are you supposed to guard these guys? Edwards will leave it out for Thompson. Thompson knew he missed it, tried to foul it. Edwards the rebound. That's a great rebound. Carsen Edwards, open three.
Kind of wished it up there, didn't actually shoot the basketball.
Spread on the undersized 6'6" big, this time from outside. So you mentioned Edwards had not gotten the three-point shot going until right there. He has 20.
Get Vincent Edwards the ball in the middle right there. Attack this zone.
Instead, it's Klein with 5 to shoot. Carsen Edwards, three-pointer, top of the arc.
Side out of bounds, side place. That adds to your offense.
Matthias with the season-high 24 against Arizona. Another jump shot goes down. This time, it's Carsen Edwards who has 13.
NC State starting out this possession in zone, played a lot in their narrow loss to Texas.
This is what Purdue can do. Already 6 fouls against Tennessee State in this game. Corner pocket three for Carsen Edwards.
They find a spotting up Armani Chaney and just knocks it down.
On the other side, it's a spot-up shot from Carsen Edwards that is buried. He has 15. Tracking down the offensive rebound, though. Good hustle by Edwards, and eventually grabbed by Haas, and then Carsen Edwards knocks it down. He has 20. Players from all over the place on the side of the Tigers. Couple north of the border, some from Atlanta, Chicago, Alabama. Another three for Carsen Edwards.
He just competes on every play.
I bet he's a guy that at 6 in the morning just shoots out of bed like a cannon. Another three-pointer for Carsen Edwards. He is 6 of 8 from downtown.
As a shooter, you want to see shots go in, and when you can make your first one, definitely add to that confidence.
Carsen Edwards in Mackey Arena is jumping early.
Carsen Edwards, the sophomore, only sophomore starter in the lineup for Purdue. Off the hands of Haas, somehow he saves it, jump ball at midcourt. Edwards makes Lipscomb pay. Well, as good as Lipscomb's strength of schedule has been, they are 0-10 all-time against ranked opponents, and they're going to be 0-11 if Carsen Edwards keeps draining three-pointers.
Because defensively, Purdue is tough to penetrate against.
Is that the recipe? Try to beat the defense down the floor. As a pull-up three goes for Carsen Edwards.
And he's already had games where he's busted out offensively, and when he learns the game,
Sophomore Carsen Edwards has now hit 2 threes. He has 6.
Klein has been excellent in the last 6 games. I mean, really confident with his three-point shot.
Edwards pretty confident as well right now. Hands off to Dakota Mathias, who hit a 3 for the first bucket of the game. Carsen Edwards' 3 is good.
That's kind of a no-look 3.
Would have been a 10-1 run for Purdue. Haas back in the game. Carsen Edwards' long 3 is good again.
He is so good.
Number 5 on the road, Michigan. Not ranked, but they've got a case to be ranked. Carsen Edwards off the screen hits a 3.
What a shot!
This group of seniors for Purdue has not won in this building. Trying to break that streak. Carsen Edwards, the sophomore again.
Mathias, who really got gassed the other night in Ann Arbor. Looked like it was round 8. Carsen Edwards for 3 and a timeout coming Minnesota.
If he did a game, man, it was must-see TV.
Carsen Edwards off the bounce, bags a 3.
There are just times when Carsen Edwards is going to go get his shot.
We're going to need a deeper bench with the thinning out of the roster as Edwards bags another. Carsen Edwards, who was just 3 out of 14 last year against Minnesota, is heating up. Carsen Edwards catch and shoot. Oh, he was ready.
Oh, was he ready? Minnesota, which is, I don't care who they have, not an easy place to play.
Second worst home loss in Minnesota history, and that's his second 3, this time the other Edwards. Edwards had an opening, decided not to shoot the 3. This time steps back and hits another one.
How good is that kid? If you watch the blows he's taking from Haas, it's pretty impressive that he's just hanging in.
Edwards catch and shoot 3.
Sprinting left to right.
Against Wisconsin in the blink of an eye, it was 12-0 Purdue.
I love what Wisconsin's doing here defensively. This is a zone now. Got to guard the wings, but I still like it. I like changing up against Purdue.
That's a good point. Carsen Edwards, tough contested 3. He is something else. Edwards got a lot of good players. That's the mystery of this team. Why haven't the pieces not clicked together? Carsen Edwards, the pieces are clicking for Purdue.
Don't watch Carsen. Don't watch the ball when Edwards shoots. I guess you could say that Vince Edwards is a star, but Carsen Edwards is pretty good too.
Yeah, he is. Let's see if he hits another one. It's just, what do you say?
The guy out there is going to compete like crazy. I'm going to root for enthusiasm. I'm going to root for effort. I'm going to root for toughness.
Wow. We're seeing something
right
special.
They are.
They said the same thing I did last night. Really good against Indiana. There's Carsen for 3.
Robbie's talking about switching the ball screens. Despite the height differential, Carsen Edwards came off and guarded Wagner. The turnover, and Carsen Edwards buries it on the other end. Typically only turn it over just under 10 times per game. Edwards, again.
He's playing with so much confidence right now.
Last shot time for Purdue. Carsen Edwards knocks down the 3.
A beautiful pass to Eifert from Mathias. Crowd wanted to walk. There's Edwards from downtown playing the Nylon song right on Jimmy Jackson's cue.
Edwards. Vincent Edwards across the way. Carsen Edwards.
Haas just dwarfs him down there.
Good play by P.J. Thompson. Edwards finds Carsen Edwards for 3. Edwards with 5 to shoot. Got the screen from Harms. The 3 goes down.
I'd be going to that well all night long. I don't care if it goes in. Hose him down. You better hose him down. His three-point shooting, but the fact that the defense has to honor his three-point shooting, which creates space.
And Carsen Edwards with a three and a foul.
Carsen Edwards uses the screen and connects.
He can flat out shoot the basketball. He's having a terrific year. Challenge that Chris Holman's had. He's really shocked people, doing a phenomenal job. I mean, look at the job he's done, the job Rick Barnes in Tennessee.
Big shot from Carsen Edwards. Looked like a big. He looks much more like a guard.
Catch and shoot. Carsen Edwards so dangerous. He has all 5. You know they want to be on Frank Kaminsky night. You know there's some energy to be had. And Carsen Edwards tries to suck some of that out of the crowd.
Credit to the Badgers. Thus far, they've done a tremendous job of making things tough. Look where Isaac Hodge just caught that ball. He caught on the three-point line.
Carsen Edwards doesn't play against that guy.
LeBron. I mean, I remember LeBron getting drafted. Well, obviously now I play with Dwight Howard, and he was another guy that I can remember getting drafted.
He was a legitimate Final Four contender. There's Haas back out to Edwards, trying to find the range, and he does. The first three of the night for Purdue. Purdue, it is just individuals making big-time plays. And that's not a knock. Look, if you got it, you got it. Edwards with a giant three. They're letting them go. They're letting them go, and I like it.
Carsen Edwards, 13 to shoot. The three. Falls.
Job moving the ball, going side to side. Pretty good denial here. High ball screen. Wow, is that deep?
Ooh, was it ever? Oh, look
and
out.
effective. A little late on the cover. Tough shot. Nice slap. They do it great, that slap back.
And with that size, Haskell will do it often, and that's just a drill by Carsen Edwards.
Also won an ABA title with Connie Hawkins in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Used to see him at the 5-star all the time.
Exactly, and that's what I love about this kid. How to use the bounce and free yourself up.
Edwards.
Tough shot.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Wow.
And that's what guards do, as you well know. Both of them have swagger.
Jordan Murphy just 6'7", Matt Harms 7'3", and long. The three by Edwards, and it might be a timeout. There it is by Richard Pitino.
So be interested to see how aggressive Thompson is on the defensive end.
Well, speaking of aggressive, there's Carsen Edwards taking the three. He puts up an air ball. Here's Mathias looking ahead for Carsen Edwards. Edwards pulls up for three. Got it.
Carsen Edwards.
Jump shot. Wow. That is a tough duo. Not a great deep shooter either. How about that?
Edwards is a great deep shooter.
He doesn't mind taking big shots.
Feels like a home game for the Scarlet Knights. Carsen Edwards on the fade, and he ripped it.
He has some ticker, that guy.
Carsen Edwards, get him going.
How about that crossover? A little lingerie on the deck, fellas.
And that's Hans with the clearance.
Don't get back.
Feed the corner. Carsen Edwards.
How about Eastern?
Carsen Edwards to handle here the last 8 seconds. Oh, he shoots early.
He is unbelievable. He is one of the best in the country at that freeze dance and ability to convert. Climb that time, right? Look. No, he hasn't. Gardner quiet, and he can't leave this guy alone. He puts the dagger whenever you give him the opportunity.
Causes a lot of problems in the offensive end.
Over to Edwards, left alone, and he's going to take advantage.
Just impossible to cover. Wisely just winding it down. How about this kid?
Wow. Got some range, huh? Carsen Edwards, Teske hitting the floor.
Nice recovery. That kid's given, you mentioned it, good minutes.
And Edwards with the three.
And Matt's got to just retool. Get these guys back to where they were. I think these kind of shots weren't going in. Now they are.
Wow. As he flew into the corner there.
Wheeler just checked in for Grady Eifert. Now Carsen Edwards fires from three, and the Boilers have back-to-back three-pointers. Attempt to score was Jesus Cruz. He's unable to deliver. Cruz is the leading scorer from Fairfield as Carsen Edwards hits another one. As Sanghor Peterson is unable to finish at the rim. And now Carsen Edwards, this is his game. There's some fast break points for you, Hunter. Carsen Edwards is feeling it tonight. Been able to score. They have turned to him to do so. Carsen Edwards, stay hot, young fella. Edwards with 18 now. Leaves it for Grady Eifert. Now back to Carsen, and he'll pull. And he got fouled, and count it. This kid is unconscious right now. Eifert comes down with the board, and now Carsen Edwards pushing. And he's going to fire and nail it. Out of body is Carsen Edwards right now. 25 for the superstar. Shot rims out, and now Purdue looking, and Carsen Edwards firing. And you know it. Carsen Edwards, he's got 30.
Edwards, the gorgeous move, the kick. And the three-try miss by Stefanovic. Edwards now.
That's just going to be disappointing for Matt Painter going into the halftime break.
Edwards, the answer. That came at the right time. As Edwards holds at the top. Pulls up for a long three. That's good.
And Jordan, we've watched Carsen Edwards get to the basket, trying to find his way to the rim, and one of the bright spots they've had thus far here in the first half.
Edwards buries another three.
And that was good defense by Justin Forrest.
Carsen Edwards. Edwards 17 points, 6 of 10 in the first half, and drills a three to start the second half.
It's really just having to get Shabazz and Forrest going, and Forrest has started to pick it up here in this second half.
Edwards for three.
I can't even say Carsen Edwards is picking it up. And for the record, the script is gone now. Carsen Edwards is about to try to go to work. You can see he's trying to line up John Axel Goodmanson.
And he does.
Off an offensive rebound. That's a good look for Luke Frampton. Unable to knock it down, but he's shown that he can. Just like Carsen Edwards continues to show.
Watch a little.
You do watch a little? Okay. Because I was wondering why you would want something from Matt that you don't want for yourself.
Just a fair question. Here's Edwards for three, and that's good.
The ones that he did go over, but they got to get up and get moving.
I think that's your job when you're in that first row, right?
But then again,
Edwards again. Winner of this game tonight will meet Virginia Tech in the championship, and Carsen Edwards. Bet those NBA scouts are circling a play like that, right?
Well, they're circling stuff like this where he can get a shot off against anybody at any time.
Second try on the three, and it's good.
He is every bit of 6'5", 205 pounds, getting bigger and stronger with every passing month. Here's Edwards with a hand in his face, and it doesn't matter. Keel Alexander Walker lowers his shoulder, tried to shovel the pass through, but there was no way getting it between Boudreau and Wheeler.
He should have shot that one.
From 28.
Oh, stop! Oh, Doug, are you kidding me?
Catch and release. Carsen Edwards at his best.
Their leader in assists. As Edwards pulls from deep. That didn't take long.
That was way out.
For Josh Williams. Stefanovic clears the defensive rebound. From deep, Carsen Edwards. Triple.
Wow. Last one was too close, Rob. And that could be an unfortunate byproduct of when you do shoot as many threes as you do.
Speaking of threes, Carsen Edwards, number 3, with another 3.
And works at pivoting, jump stopping, pass, chest pass, bounce pass, you name it, he works on. Edwards drills a 3.
We were talking, the smile on his face today when we were chatting with him at shoot-around about this squad as Edwards hits his first 3. Here Matt Painter shouting, move, move, move. Edwards with the 3. And that's a good look. Great screen. Allen didn't tip that one and go the other way. Edwards with 10 to shoot against Morcell, launching and hitting right in the eye of Daryl Morcell, and it's a 1-point Purdue lead.
On that yesterday. Edwards off the inbound, buries the 3. You will be saying that frequently, probably.
Edwards going straight up. 3, that's his second one in 2 attempts.
Well, you gotta love him. He is a gamer, isn't he? Some help from other people than Edwards.
Around a pick, back pedals, buries a 3.
Or go to Edwards.
Williams got a 10-point lead here with 1:20 to go.
You want to play the 3-point line out of it. This kid gets free so fast. You're trying to make it a 2, a tough 2.
For scoring, but when they can get scoring at him, that's an added bonus.
He has the unique task of having faced off against both Carsen Edwards, who hits a 3 right in his eye, has arms inside, trying to find some work. 13 to shoot. And the 3 for Carsen Edwards. That's a big bucket.
That's from the second half in the half court.
Just 3 points on the break tonight for Ohio as Carsen Edwards gets those 3 points right back from deep.
He'll be in the tournament, but he has put up just stellar numbers for the Gophers during this year.
Carsen Edwards is continuing to make a bid while we have this conversation.
As much as I'd like to say it's easy to defend, you know they're not going to take long 2s. It's going to be shots like that. And that's the guy who has to get going early.
Edwards comes up to get it. Step back over McClain. Comes Purdue once again. Edwards hoists quickly this time for 3.
I love this kid. I'm telling you.
Attacks on the rim. Fun to watch.
Edwards on cue. This is Carsen Edwards. 16 in the first half for the nation's second leading scorer, and he drains the 3 there.
A lot of second chance opportunities for Purdue. Edwards, long, tough 3 with the shot clock going off.
All right, there's a big difference. Hanging around. Nice.
Ooh.
Look at Williams run. Let's see if they get him the ball.
Edwards instead launches and hits.
Whoops.
Bound to happen.
Had to.
That's a 4-point game.
Seen before practice, working on his ball handling skills, his footwork. I mean, this is not something you're absolutely born with. Even have to prove in hard work pays.
Edwards finally gets free. Edwards who clears it away in transition. Hunter running the floor. Wheeler saves it. Edwards wide open for 3. Timeout, Greg Gard. And a lightning bolt. The Boilermakers come out. Doesn't require others to get him the ball. Yes, he's a post. Point guard plays important. Edwards pulls a 3 and knocks it down. What a stroke. Carsen Edwards.
Williams' presence is being felt in a positive way for Purdue.
Here's Edwards. Iverson with 2 fouls of note. Iverson and Kobe King with 2 fouls apiece as Edwards buries the 3 over Iverson. Edwards with Davison on him. And he'll fire up a 3 and he'll knock it down. Damn, man. Under a minute. Shot clock at 8. Edwards, long 3. Oh, my goodness. Carsen Edwards with half on him. Delivers a big 3.
That just makes you work for everything, Robbie. Edwards gets the first 3 of the game for Purdue. You heard the loud ovation. Trevion Williams, number 50, into the game for Purdue. It's really come on of late, but it's Edwards who's been the story early here. It's that one, Williams the rebound. Edwards for 3. Got it. Edwards got caught in the air, able to get it over to Eastern. Still 20 to shoot for Purdue past the midway point of this second half. Edwards, the All-American out of the...
Has to be a concern. They shoot 66% as a team on the season. Edwards, 20-footer.
You say one area that Romeo Langford has got probably the weakest. It's stretching beyond the arc to shoot it.
Improved to 12-6, 5-2 in the conference. Edwards. Big time player. Carsen Edwards with 20.
Carsen Edwards, now they got Wesson on the switch. He needs to take advantage, and that's what he wants to do.
Deep 3 for Carsen Edwards is good.
His eyes lit up when he saw the big fella switched out on him doing earlier in the year.
launch the deep three, and he'll hit. Shot clock at 4 as he drains it.
Or he could just pull up from 25.
Edwards, the three, the answer.
See, I think Carsen Edwards is one of those guys. I think he's better when he doesn't have a ball screen.
Edwards, he'll try to answer. Oh, my goodness, Carsen Edwards. That's just ridiculous.
Find a way to cut this deficit with Winston getting a much-needed rest. That could bode well for the Spartans. But
finally, Edwards, yeah.
And he's always capable of erupting now.
It's Edwards, who is 1 of 8, and the conference's #1 scorer. Eifert, Edwards, 3.
The key is when you're Purdue, you've got a comfortable lead. You just can't allow Michigan State to get on a run.
Edwards, he's in 2 in a row.
Yep.
About how on the road against Ohio State, they started slow but recovered.
That's Carsen Edwards' range.
Yes, he's a tempo setter for the Penn State offense. More of a playmaker, not really known for scoring.
Edwards again gets the soft touch. Could be one of those nights for the Big Ten's leading scorer. And here is Eastern on the push, finding Klein. Edwards again from up top, bringing it home. How about this? Carsen Edwards, a perfect 3 for 3 from 3.
You're a scorer, the ball will find you, Lisa, and it found him back in the corner for a knockdown 3.
Edwards is feeling it a little bit, only missed 1 shot.
Shooting the ball well of lately, 24-46 with his recent surge.
Edwards with the rip and fire, and he is on fire.
More offensive production, and he's doing it.
It was a gray area when he let that fly between 1 second and nothing left on the shot clock. Edwards responds. It's his 6th. Edwards thought about it. The tight closeout from Reeve doesn't matter. He has tied a career high. Go ahead, Carsen Edwards. Have yourself a night. Klein, who's already got 6 3-point makes. Edwards throws it up. Special. My goodness. What a show he's putting on.
Situation there allowed Isaiah Washington to work the space. That looked good. Looked good. He showed him off his hands. It looked good. Is becoming a better and better rebound. He understands the value of positioning down in the post on both sides of the floor, but he's elevating better too. Watch out.
Carsen Edwards. He was wearing Glenn Watson Jr.
That's why I had them at 10 to start the season. You had no idea how good. I got to stop defending myself.
Just like Carsen Edwards shoot deep threes.
But you just don't want him getting anything easy towards the basket. Here's Edwards. 7th leading scorer in the nation. He gets going with a 3. Hunter trying to create. Eifert will shoot the 3. Doesn't go. Arms snares the offensive board. Edwards for 3. Got it. They're struggling with that outside shot. Edwards for 3. He's not struggling.
Shot clock at 5. Steal by Edwards. Stop and pop Edwards. Yes. Klein.
I would go back to this 2-man game.
There is the 2-man game. 3-pointer for Carsen Edwards.
13-2 since they found themselves with a 6-5 mark earlier this season.
Edwards with 10 on the shot clock buries the deep.
You have to make sure you don't get too spaced out and give up layup opportunities because you don't have rim protectors.
There's Edwards with the 3. Down for Carsen Edwards. Nogel Eastern working against Devontae Williams. Here's Carsen Edwards left alone for 3.
I don't mind a run and jump. I actually love run and jump defenses.
There's a great story today in the Journal and Courier about Ryan Klein. Matt Painter said that when he first saw him shoot, he looked like a fly fisher, man. Edwards sinks another.
Why the best recruits in the country don't want to come to Purdue. I've never understood it. They get great players like that.
Point shooting team this year. 11 of its last 13 field goals, I should say. Another 3. Purdue 8 of 14 from 3. Carsen Edwards bidding for more. Yes, sir.
You got to watch him off the ball.
Inside to Oturu on the baseline, left it short, and Klein, Eifert rather, the rebound for Purdue.
And
if Oturu's going to have that advantage, that's just too open for Carsen Edwards. He can knock that down more often. Right into the chest of one of the best shot blockers in this conference.
Yeah, number 2 in the Big Ten in blocks is Matt Harms. Here's Edwards again. That one goes. Carsen Edwards tonight. Edwards with time wasting. Hits the 3. And so a little more suspense as we're back to a 2-point game.
But there were plenty of tears flowing.
Chris Collins as well. I mean, he was an emotional guy. As Carsen Edwards gets a tough one to go.
Klein step back over Law and harms the offensive board. Here's Edwards. Back-to-back threes for Carsen Edwards.
Should bring a little bit of emotion back to the arena, and they've certainly picked things up.
Edwards, the 3, rolls home. Giant shot for Carsen Edwards.
Edwards back on the floor and back on the box score as well. He needed to see one go through.